Hey guys, thanks so much for coming back for another video. Today we are going to be making 4 different meals, all taking 20 minutes or less. We're going to start off today by making this honey garlic shrimp over rice and broccoli. To my bowl, I'm adding a tablespoon of minced garlic, a half cup of low sodium soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and a half cup of honey. Next, I'm adding in about a 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, and then I have 1 teaspoon of cornstarch. I'm adding a little bit of water to that, and then we are going to mix this all together. Now I'm adding this over into a small skillet. I'm just going to continuously stir this until it begins to thicken up. Once my sauce is thickened up really nicely, I'm going to add in 12 ounces of shrimp. The shrimp that I'm using is already pre-cooked. I don't like to cook my own shrimp. I worry that I'm not going to cook it enough, so I always use pre-cooked. So since it's already done, I'm just going to toss it in the sauce and let it warm through for just a minute. Here's what my finished bowl looked like. I added in some white rice, some steamed broccoli, and served the shrimp right over the top. Up next, we're going to be making these easy tostadas, and these are definitely not authentic, but that's okay. They're super quick and easy meal. I'm starting by chopping up half of an onion. Over to my skillet, I'm adding in the onion with 1 pound of ground beef. Now that my meat is all the way done, I'm just going to add in some taco seasoning, probably about 1 packet worth. Now I'm working on my refried beans. I have 1 can. I just put that into a bowl and I'm adding about 2 tablespoons of sour cream. I'm going to mix that together and just microwave it for about a minute. And if you want to cook this on the stovetop, that's totally fine. I was just trying to be quick about it. Now we're going to go ahead and start building these. Like I said, they don't take any time at all. I'm just going to add a spoonful of our refried beans onto the tostada, spread that around really nicely, and then I'm adding on a spoonful of our taco meat. So now I'm adding on some lettuce, avocado, I have a little bit of salsa and sour cream, and then over the top I'm drizzling some queso with just a little bit of sriracha. Here's what my finished plate looked like. I've never actually made these before, but my husband was a big fan of these, and he told me I thought these would be super messy to eat, but they really are not that bad. They're really easy to eat actually, and they definitely hit the spot. Now we're gonna make these Italian chicken wraps. I'm starting by taking 2 chicken breasts. I'm just patting those dry, that way they'll be easier to cut. And then I'm just gonna cut those into chunks just like this. Now that those are all cut up, I'm adding them into a bag, and we are going to make a marinade just so this can have some more flavor. Making this marinade and cutting up this chicken took less than 5 minutes. I'm adding about a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper and then about 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. I'm also going to add in some Italian dressing. This is probably about a 1/4 of a cup. I'm just finishing off my bottle, and then we're going to get this sealed up and into the refrigerator for 3 to 4 hours. When it's time to cook, go ahead and empty everything in the bag into your skillet, and you're just going to cook this chicken until it is cooked all the way through. Your marinade is going to thicken up and be almost non-existent. While my chicken was cooking, I did go ahead and cut up some lettuce. I'm just using some iceberg lettuce as well as a Roma tomato and 1 avocado. Assembling these wraps is very quick. I'm just adding a little bit of mayonnaise onto my wrap. And then we're going to add our chicken right on top of there. Just add a spoonful, just make sure you can close your wrap up. Over the chicken, I'm sprinkling some Parmesan cheese, and then we're just going to top with our lettuce, tomato, and avocado. Here's what it looked like with everything on there. And then let me just tell you, this flavor together with the Italian chicken added with the mayo and then the Parmesan, especially adding avocado, it was so delicious. This wrap tastes so fresh and it was actually pretty filling. Last but not least, we are making this super simple cheesy broccoli and beef dish. Into my skillet, I'm adding 1 pound of lean ground beef. We are going to go ahead and season up our ground beef. I'm adding about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and pepper, a 1/2 teaspoon of oregano, a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, and then about a 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, but you can keep those out if you don't want those. While my meat was cooking, I went ahead and started 2 cups of frozen broccoli over on another burner. I went ahead and steamed those, and then when my beef was done, I drained my broccoli and I removed the grease from my ground beef. And then we are going to repeat the seasonings that we did earlier. Same exact measurements for all of those. We just want to make sure we're seasoning up our broccoli. If you wanted to bulk this recipe up, you could just add in some rice or something along those lines. Now that that's all mixed together, I'm adding on about a cup of shredded Colby Jack cheese. I'm going to add a lid on here and just let that melt down. When it was all done, this is what my bowl looked like. I literally just ate it just like this. It was very filling, and for me, this is the perfect kind of dinner. It's nice and low carb. It doesn't make me feel like trash after eating it, and there was plenty of leftovers for me to have for lunch the next day. I hope you enjoyed today's 20-minute meal ideas. Like I said for that last one, if you want to add some rice to it to bulk it up, or you could even add in some type of sauce, anything you want to do, you can change it very easily. But I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I'll see you guys next time.